chain, you can create a power chain and get an extra boost on the end of it. And we saw that last round with that power 8, just a massive combo like that.
Yeah, so Poochie, like, it was pretty close the whole time, but ended up dominating it 3-0, and now we're to a really interesting match. We're going to have HarpoonCannon and SecksWrecks for losers semis. Both of these players have been in the Puyo scene for quite a while, I'm pretty sure. But, yeah, we see HarpoonCannon striking already. I think Harpoon's going to get the grasp of the harassment right now. He maybe was studying up on the winners finals where everyone was extending their chains, and he just drops that one pretty quickly and takes a really quick round.
Yeah, speaking from experience when I played in the Puyo tournament at HGDQ, HarpoonCannon is very, very good at this game. I didn't last very long. Pretty much similar things happen to me. I've seen HarpoonCannon will build a very quick, sometimes power 4, power 5, something like that, very quickly. Pop it before you can even get your thing started, and then you're just covered. And then it's very hard to dig out of that, especially if they're still able to keep building like that.
Yeah, for sure. It's a very good tool, and he's going to keep up the harassments right now. But SecksWrecks has a little bit of an out. If he can dig a little bit and find that blue there, he's going to need 3 blues to drop down there. But it's definitely possible.
He's going to get it.
Oh, he's going to get a 3-chain while trying to dig, though. And there it is. He's got the blues in position right now, so all he's got to do is set it up. Is he going for more of an extension? I guess he's trying to be safe. But Harpoon really doesn't... Oh, he's going for even more. This guy's crazy right now. Oh, it's going to break. Yeah, he got a little bit too greedy. It might be enough still, but he could have set that off a little bit beforehand. Because he just had too many colors at the top.
Here. It's enough to dig, though, and Harpoon doesn't have any room to work with. An interesting thing that we saw in this match right there where SecksWrecks was digging down, the harassment can kind of work in the favor of the player if they know how to manipulate it, because any match next to any piece of garbage made by any color Puyo will cause that garbage Puyo to pop. And you can actually create an insulation layer between 2 different colors of Puyo like that, or similar colors of Puyo like that, and you're able to actually get combo extensions. You can get a longer chain by using the garbage popping to drop 2 colors together without having to create another group of Puyos, which is an interesting thing. You don't have to do a match to get rid of the garbage Puyos, so you can actually set it up to where you can almost trigger chains just by using 1 garbage Puyo. So it's interesting like that.
So Harpoon had a pretty decent starter here with the 6 and some power, but it looks like SecksWrecks is going to have
with the stairs on the bottom there.
They canceled out, actually. I thought SecksWrecks was maybe going to have a little bit more because his power was a little bit later in his chain, but yeah, they canceled out. They're going to still keep fighting, and both of them kind of have a little bit messy board to work with. Harpoon's got a pretty good setup on his side. I can see if he gets a couple purples in there, or is he going to elect to set this off pretty soon? He's going to maybe catch SecksWrecks off guard. Yeah, he doesn't have anything to immediately respond.
And that berry might be very bad at this point if he doesn't have the yellow. Oh, and just that's going to be it. And see, the quick harassments, like you said, that one match that Harpoon sent over after... he saw SecksWrecks trying to dig out of that initial garbage, was able to cover up the one match he had. So sometimes even just making a quick match like that can be how you can win the game. Just paying attention to what the opponent's board looks like.
Catch them off guard, because a lot of people, when they're trying to extend their chains, might do something risky where they need, like, 6 specific colored Puyos to come next. And if you just set off that quick power 2 or something, they're trying to rush, but they don't always get the colors they need. We got Harpoon electing to go early here. You probably saw SecksWrecks wasn't ready for his transition, and it is going to bury him.
Yeah, that's another important thing that you just saw right there. He noticed that SecksWrecks didn't have the pieces he needed to set off his chain. He started building the latter parts of his chain before he finished the earlier one. So even though he had his trigger, he didn't have quite what he needed. So Harpoon said, I noticed that your chain isn't complete, and I'm just going to go ahead and trigger mine because you're only going to have 3 or 4 and I'm going to have 6, so it worked out really well in his favor.
Both of them look
it's kind of crazy, the amount of multitasking that'll go on in something like this, and even other puzzle games like Puzzle League, where while they're also building simultaneously on their side, you can see how they're also paying attention to what the other person's doing.
So Harpoon tried to set off the harass again and messed up a little bit at the tail of his chain, but SecksWrecks was ready and responded back with a much bigger chain. So it's going to be tied 1-1 again. Let's see who's going to take this next set. Yeah, that's basically how the pace of the match has been going, is if Harpoon likes to select to harass a lot, and if he times it right, usually he's able to get the match off pretty quickly, but he's got to be careful, especially right now. It looks like SecksWrecks just needs one piece to set off this chain. And
but if he gets the bad garbage... Oh, here we go. Yeah, he's going to have it. Ooh, he miscounted the purples. Oh, wait, no, never mind.
Alright, so an 8 on Harpoons, a power 7 on SecksWrecks. It's going to basically cancel out, so these guys are going to be trying to build up again. Nice chains by both of them.
Yeah, and as you can see, it was important to notice again that the power 7 actually worth more than the 8 chain. So even having that match on the end there with the power match is a big deal when it comes to the way you set up these chains.
Oh, SecksWrecks went with a little bit too much of an extension. I think his chain probably wasn't going to beat Harpoon's anyway, so that's why he went for it. But overall, in the end, Harpoon's going to be taking a 2-0 lead, and he's only got one more set left to get him into losers finals against Runix.
So we're going to see... Looks like a sandwich build for both players starting up on the left side now. Kind of keeping the options open. Harpoon electing to harass earlier with the power 4. Gonna cover up all the Puyos, and that's it. See, yeah, like you mentioned earlier, it's just that recognition of whether or not you think they're gonna be able to respond in time. If you have it, you know, something as small as a power 4, when they stack their chain up that high without being able to trigger it, it's could be curtains.
SecksWrecks electing to go with the stairs again. It actually worked out pretty well for him last time. Maybe he just has like a better feel. This is more of a classic build. That's how a lot of old school players used to play the game. So he's got a pretty good build right now. Unfortunately, he's going to have a little bit of a color conflict, so he's going to have to break that early. A small harassment might do him well right now because Harpoon's got to dig just a little bit to get back.
Now he needs the green to set off the stairs. He's going to do it. And we're gonna see possibly a power 5 here.
He needs another green and a red. He's not gonna get it in time, or else he would have countered that pretty easily.
Now, stairs being one of the easier patterns to understand in Puyo, while very effective and easily triggered, also kind of a scary pattern to go with if the opponent's able to build faster than you, because it really focuses your trigger to one side and kind of a well, almost like in Tetris. And it can get really, really bad really fast if they're able to cover that spot up, and then you've created this massive wall of Puyos at the bottom that you can't pop. Oop, needs the yellow and
SecksWrecks was very fortunate. He could have been blocked with his trigger there, but luckily he's going to be able to get a 8 chain off here. Is this going to be enough? Yeah, Harpoon just throws it away. So SecksWrecks gets a point on the board. Let's see if he can make this comeback.
Yeah, very close there. It was match point. Now Harpoon's got to work his way back up for another set win. Still having the overall match lead, though, with 2 sets. We're going for the quick harassment there. I think he didn't like the way he had all those yellows together. And sometimes that's probably your best option. If you have a bit of a color conflict like that, where you feel like you just have so much concentrated in one, instead of trying to work around it, it may even be better just to send it over as a quick harassment and just get it out of your way so you can work with a better set of colors over there.
Both of them set off their chains. Harpoons is going to be a bit bigger, though, so yeah, you can just see SecksWrecks throwing that one away.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I just saw that. Building up on purpose, towering those Puyos up in the center so the garbage would push it up. Didn't mention it earlier, but we also see Harpoon and SecksWrecks electing to switch back to the Sega Puyos, the new ones. These are personally my favorite Puyos.
They just look so good. I don't know. Nothing more to be said about them. They just are great to play with, easy to distinguish, unless you have some colorblind issues.
I think people prefer some of the older Poyos just for the flatness of the colors, whereas this one you can see there's more of a gradient and some reflection effects and stuff. But HarpoonCannon gonna close it out now. Gonna take the match with a quick 2-0 in that set. Gonna be moving on to losers finals versus Runix, who lost to Poochie in winners finals. So we will be seeing that match for the winner progressing into loser side of Grands.